We're coming to you live from the great internet outage of 2019. YouTube is down, Discord is down, Snapchat is down. We're losing it all. Yep, welcome to Smallz Talk Podcast.
Dude,
Was it?
Dude started talking
Yeah.
for 17 seconds.
Was it too long? Was it bad?
Yeah, I feel like it was a bit long.
I mean, are they ever good though? Like, isn't the whole point to be bad?
Right, but like, was it as good as what I did originally?
I think in the beginning part until the dude started talking in the video.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
That's where the decline was for me, at least.
You guys ever have like those old telephones with like curled up wires?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have them at our work actually.
Dude,
All of
okay.
our phones
So
have
you
that.
know how like sometimes the wire just gets out of kink somewhere,
Yeah,
and it's
and-
just you can't figure out how to put it back into a loop. You ever get
It's
that?
like trying to put toothpaste back in a toothpaste holder container.
A little
well, I don't-
different.
Just doesn't work.
Really?
Little different.
What do you do? Just spackle it in there? Why? Wait.
Yeah.
You get a caulking gun and you shove it back in.
Dude, I could totally see you going into like the bathroom in the morning, like just like a normal morning, waking up, go take a piss, like rubbing your eyes, go to the bathroom, pull out your toothbrush, and then you just pull out this tube of caulking that has like instead
Me?
of caulk, it's toothbrush, but it's just like
It's
your
my.
natural environment. You're just like dumping.
You see this
Oh
as
my
being me
God.
doing this?
This
Okay, hold on. We
toothbrush.
gotta explain this to the audience because nobody. Well, first of all, I'm here. Hello, I am Zach. I'm here with my co-hosts Jacques and Dan.
Hi.
Hello.
And so what? I guess what's happening right now, the whole internet skit that we just did is basically we sat down and we were trying to like pull up YouTube and Google Drive and all that, which are tools that we just use for our podcast, and it just wasn't working. And so I guess
Shit's slow.
yeah, I don't know. There's an apparent Google Cloud service issue. At least that's the information that we have on it right now. This is on Sunday, June 2nd, right? It's the 2nd, yeah.
Yep.
So we're probably going to find out more probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And hopefully our call does not disconnect because...
Because Discord uses Google Cloud services.
Yeah, I
so,
mean, a lot of stuff does.
Yeah.
But back to the toothpaste thing. Everybody has their own thing, right? That they're obsessed with. Okay, Dan, it's dogs. Also, if you can hear, it's like raining really loudly out. Sorry if you can hear that, but Dan's got dogs. Jacques, he's got sleep. It's just these things.
Especially today.
Outlandishly
dude.
obsessed with sleeping.
There's nothing better than being asleep.
Nothing better. And as of late, because I'm the kind of person that I don't know if everybody's like this or it's just me. I have a slightly obsessive behavior when it comes to random topics. Like, I first got obsessed with cars. Well, I'm sure I was obsessed with things before that. I think it was like paintball cars and like Legos, stuff like that. Like I would get obsessed with all these topics and I just dive so
Halo
deep
2.
into it. And for like a year now, the current obsession has just been like home renovation and with a focus on insulation. Like super bad.
A heavy focus on insulation.
Heavy focus on insulation. And so just the other day, I in my apartment, there was just these cracks around the windows that just needed to be caulked. And, during the wintertime, I would be sitting at my desk and my feet would just get blasted with cold air. And so I went and caulked it, dude, and boom, fixed the problem. Bada bing, bada boom. I know how to solve a problem, right? And so that's the whole funny story about basically walking into my bathroom and like everything is just some sort of like tool or material related to insulation shape. Like my toothbrush would be like a caulking gun or something like that. And like,
Your pomade would be like spray foam.
Right. Spray, yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. So that's just been my current obsession.
But that RValue though. skyrocketed through the roof.
Yeah, you gotta have good R value. We went out last night, and one of our friends that I rarely see, and I didn't even know he remembered this, made a joke about like the insulation thing. And R value is just a measurement of how well a material can stop heat and cold just thermal transfer. And we were eating. What did you get? You got some like buffalo dip, right, Jake?
Yeah, buff chick dip.
Buff chick dip, right?
Buff chick.
And actually, I think this was at a different restaurant than that one. But either way,
Yeah, I think this is when we were at Nudes, right?
yeah. And so he picks up a tortilla chip and he goes, "I wonder what the R value of this is." And I was like, I don't know, man. And I answered it seriously too. I was like, "Oh, a chip, dude? Are you kidding me? That's like the worst R value ever." And I was like, "Oh,
What are you, an idiot?"
And I was like, "Oh, wait. Do you like know that I have like this weird insulation thing right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck, dude, I haven't seen you in so long." And he still remembered it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's been like a year since you've seen him, probably.
No.
At least 6 months. At least 6 months.
No, really?
No, you don't think so?
I thought he said something like way soon. Like I saw him way. Yeah. Because remember we had a fire at Jonah's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So it was only a
Yeah.
few months, but it had been a while.
Yeah.
And
That was a deep callback, though. That was a good job by him.
yeah, that was well done. Yeah. Oh, quick shout out though to Jonah for his hospitality this morning. He made pancakes as well as he gave me a beer to be drinking.
In the morning?
Yeah. Because that's how you cure hangovers.
Like a morning beer, you know?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You just have to crush a cold one in the morning. And then
Hair of the dog.
yeah, no, that's not what I did. I also wasn't even hungover. We didn't even drink that much, but no, he just gave me one for the podcast. So yeah, I mean, hold on. I don't know what I'm about to say. I'm not even gonna cut that out. Lately, honestly, we're still trying to find our feet. Like, I still haven't even edited the last episode that we recorded last week, and like honestly, it's my fault, and I apologize.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're gonna do it, so.
It's not like we're gonna edit it, bitch. It's up to you. Yeah, exactly. I still feel bad because I like to make that schedule. I like to make that Saturday release or that Thursday release. Because typically our episodes are once a week on Thursdays, and I think we're gonna have to do one that's. I think we're gonna have a week where there's 2 episodes released. Not a big deal. Just a little extra fun for everybody. So I got some gripes. Is it gripes? Would it be a gripe? I just want to get some shit off my fucking chest because
I like grapes.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Where's that kid now? He's gonna be old, right? Like 18 at least, probably. How old's that video?
What? I don't know. Was it that old?
Sorry, go ahead. I'm just like I'm trying to think of the video quality in my head, and it's always shit.
Yeah, it reminds me. Yeah, it was definitely potato, but that could also be because of like Instagram meme accounts. Literally, just like they don't go to the source of the video. They just keep like recording potato quality on top of potato quality, and I
think that's part of like the meme culture now, though. Is like the shittier the
for
meme
sure.
is, like the funnier it is.
Yeah.
So, like, why are you laughing at this trash meme?
Mm-hmm. You know what? I was gonna complain about like this. Okay, so just this one issue, and we'll try to move on to a relevant topic. They've been digging up the roads near me for like a fucking year, and I don't have a problem with it because you're making the infrastructure better, whatever. Here's where it becomes a problem. When it's like a really patchy pavement job, like multiple spots, all different fucking elevations, right? So it basically turns into like dunes, pavement dunes, which is awful on a main road because, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but like the thing that jars me and just makes me want to burn the entire city down is every time a trailer hits it, like not like a tractor trailer, but like a truck pulling a trailer. Because I don't know if you've ever been around like a stupid trailer that you throw like a lawnmower on, but those things always have like metal that just rattles. like the tailgate rattles, or there's a chain on it that rattles, or the hitch.
Yeah, they're not the most like rigid and well put together things.
Right.
They're usually like super fucking cheap.
So that anytime a trailer hits that fucking road, it just is like
Sounds like a nuke going off.
It's the most annoying and just painful to listen to sound. Oh god, it was awful. I don't know. That's my gripe. And people on the roads, man. If you're not passing people in the left lane, this is like cliche and just harping on it, but like get the hell out of the left lane if you're not passing people.
People in Massachusetts just in general suck.
Dude, they do it. People in Mass love to hang out in that left lane, dude. They're like, this is my home. Like, I can just hang out here. I actually had a friend who did that too. Not from Massachusetts, but wicked irritating. All right, let's move on to something of substance, huh? Schools.
Who are they? What are they? What are they for? I'll take shitty education infrastructure for 500, please.
Yeah, I mean,
what is depression?
So that was
What
like,
if God was one of us?
here's the thing. When I think of school, I think of a lot of struggle and sacrifice. And
Mm-hmm.
and like last night we were talking about how like a lot of people get out of school with a degree and they like literally it's not utilized. They really don't utilize it. And it's not even like, oh, I have a degree and I got another job that didn't pertain to the degree, but having a degree helps me get in. It's literally just
They go into retail after being in
dude,
college.
retail or something you don't even need a degree for. And it's like a pretty big problem because you're like, okay, I don't know. There should be like some sort of system. Like, okay, if there should do studies where they go around the country, they look at all the degrees, and then they look at all of the jobs that are related to that degree, and then they count them. And based off of like a percentage, like say you're going to go into like sports psychology, like which is I guess a pretty niche field.
I don't even know what that means. What does sports psychology even mean?
It's basically
Like I understand sports and I understand psychology, but I don't understand how they mix.
Psychology behind sports is you try to win, and you get
Right.
angry if you don't. Done.
Do they deal with like CTE? Like I don't.
I think it's to mold the brain. Like this is one of the issues with it is that you're not going to a sports psychologist because you have an issue. Like a normal psychologist you go to because, you know, your life's hell or something. Something's wrong,
Yeah,
right?
like you need help.
You need some fucking help.
Something's wrong.
But what I've been told by somebody who has that degree is that it's more so you want to get better, right? And you are kind of trying to pull out all the stops. And when you think of people that would be doing that, that's like top level athletes, like very high paid, very good athletes that do that. And so it's a small field. Like it's hard to get into. The person that had that degree that was talking to me said that there was like only like 100, 250 jobs in the country that pay like well. So like I would consider like there should be a stamp on that degree that hey motherfucker, this is a high risk degree.
I'm fucking useless.
Yeah, like this is a high risk degree. Like if you get this, you have 1 in 10 million chances of getting a job that pays you a living salary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder like what is the use case for that? Like are you like a private like practice or do you work with like teams, like professional sports teams with the players?
I think you can do both, but like I think you could totally do your own practice. But if you want to make the big bucks, you probably want to go work with Tom Brady, you know?
Right.
But there's just like so many degrees where that should be a thing. Because it just seems like you look at it and they're like, well, you need a degree. But then you look at some of the degrees and you're like, how is it even legal for you to say that that's a degree? Because when you say something's
Right.
a degree, it holds a like passive value or a subconscious value that it's like almost guarantees you a job or it inherently holds value, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But shit doesn't.
It's supposed to be like it's supposed to pertain to like an area of study. Like you're supposed to become an expert in, you know, this area. But if you become an expert in a fucking useless area, then
there's not a problem with that. Like, and it's not saying that sports psychology is useless. It's just it's a very difficult field to get. It's very competitive. There's not that many jobs. So, I don't know. I don't think I personally would go for that, but if I were going for something that sounded cool, but I still had the knowledge that I was really trying to get a job that was paying well and pretty easy to get into, I would want to know that information, which you could probably just Google now, but I still feel like somebody selling you $75,000 or $100,000 thing, they should probably share all the risks associated with that. Like every other product in America.
I wonder how many of those jobs are actually professors. Like, of the sports psychology jobs available. Like, I wonder what portion of that are professors.
Half. Like, literally.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of professors, though, I saw, this is kind of off track, but kind of still close. I guess a very popular thing to come out recently is that there are some services now where you can pay professors who are unemployed to write papers for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That goes against all that they're for, though.
Yeah, but I mean, they're unemployed. So
yeah, that's kind of a...
Gotta make money somehow, right?
Okay, so if you're in the establishment, it's morally corrupt. But if you need money, you need to make that bread, and you're not in like a university, it's okay for a professor to do that.
Right.
So
I imagine
they're
there's like
for it for monetary gain, but not for the fact of their students furthering themselves to pass their class so that the student can get monetary gain. Just to confirm.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You gotta look at school itself. School, like, a lot of it is just filling in class time. It's funny that, like, I went to a community college for a year, and even the teachers and professors there were like, yeah, this exact establishment is kind of going, like, a total renovation because prior, the head or the president of the school was trying to like cram in classes every which way to like make money for the college. It wasn't about learning. It was literally just to make money for the college. And I was like, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, they are a business.
Yeah, they absolutely are. It's not even a question. They are a business.
Right.
They're all privately owned. I mean, you can say there's some state schools, which I don't even know
all
what
schools are for-profit organizations.
I still find that hard to believe.
Even if you're an NPO, there's still incentive to do well.
Absolutely. Like, for example, like University of California is a huge school. They're a tax-exempt school. They're not considered to be a for-profit organization.
And they're probably rolling in the dough. Like, their professors are probably rolling up in Lambos.
1,000%.
Yeah, like, which is weird, And I'm not saying... So, here's the thing. If I was going to have anybody make a bunch of money, I'd like it to be teachers. But here's the other thing with that. Once there's a bunch of money in something, what's the other problem that's going to come out of it? You're going to have people that are going to just be there for the money and not for the teaching. It's like a very fine line,
I think that's a fear with like tenured teachers too. Professors just like going off the deep end once they're tenured.
Yeah. Like, fuck this, I can just coast, bro.
Right. Yeah, like it's basically like retirement.
Yeah.
but before you actually retire.
Really. Yeah, exactly. It's like pre-retirement.
That's
like,
the kind of teacher you want in like junior and senior year of high school or junior and senior year of college.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would probably say my high school career was probably one of the easiest. I don't know like exactly why, but it was probably just the level of the teachers that I had there. But it just felt like I was burning probably, if I were to sum up my high school knowledge, it's probably shit I could have learned in 2-3 years. The fourth year probably wasn't needed if I took out all the other bullshit things I did. But I just feel like that's just spilling into college stuff now too. I don't know how to fix it, but it's definitely a problem. It's one of those major problems that's gonna be a staple of America pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, well, the fourth year too, I feel like there's a lot of social growth that happens over high school as well, like social development.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe school has more values than just the books that you're given or the intellectual information that you're given.
Yeah, I'd argue it almost has more, like it has more value in other places than the intellectual sometimes.
For sure, because you think about it, like, imagine somebody not going through a public high school. I've never met anybody that hasn't gone through some sort of public infrastructure and then, talked about how it shaped their life. High school,
Right.
everybody talks about high school. Netflix makes fucking billions of dollars a year making, like, shows that are based in high school and, like, shit like that. So it's definitely a needed thing, but how can we, I don't know. I watch a guy, well, Jake and I watch a guy on YouTube, AVE, and I actually watched one of his videos where he was saying how a lot of professors just, have people doing busy work to fill the hour class in so that, it's there, you got value, they can take your money.
Right.
And how he'd like to see things switch to a more passion-driven structure. So, like, oh, I'm a kid and I like Legos. Okay, well, let's put you, in some sort of something that relates to Legos and you can go through that way and, like, basically just let our wants guide us. Which there's definitely some pros and cons to it, I admit. I mean, you can't just follow a bunch of wants. You got to have, like, wholesome, balanced meal, you know what I mean? You got to have the shit that, like, you got to learn English. In America, at least.
To function as, like, a normal human being, yeah, you need a language.
Right. I wish social skills was taught. I feel like that would have been a cool class. Be like, hey, yeah, like, I know you guys don't know how to talk to each other. So, I mean, some might say that's probably the parents' job, but dude, how many parents actually know proper social skills?
And also, like, social skills change over time too. Like, I don't know that my parents could navigate the social realm that I do now.
Oh, that's a problem. I don't think what are we gonna have? Like, kids that are a year older than us teaching us the social ways? Like,
right, exactly.
How are we going to maintain that relevance?
Have mentors.
Maybe not make things so grade split. Like, I didn't talk to anybody above or below my age, or like within a 2-year frame, because that's the way school's structured, is that you're not mingling with these people, so you're just kind of stuck at that pace of your class.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to people through sports and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's true. I didn't play sports, so I didn't.
Yeah, but because, like, if you don't participate in sports, I could see how that could be a problem. Because then, like, you never have classes with people outside of your grade.
Right. This explains a lot.
Yeah, I think that's why, is because simply the fact that you don't have classes.
Right. Yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing for me. Is what do you do with your time outside of these schools? Is that thunder? Or is that like?
Yeah, it's thunder.
All right.
Not a whole lot I can do about that, unfortunately.
Shit's hitting the fan, folks.
I hope it's thunder, not EMPs to the Google servers.
Yeah, we're like drilling down like lower ages of the schooling system. I want to focus more so on college, but we could look at the whole system and be like, yeah, this shit's all fucked. I just want to like.
Well, I think the base is like primary school and high school, and then like that kind of shows you some of the failures or the shortcomings of the education system that roll up into college.
Yeah, there's so. I mean, we can start with the foundation. Is that a direction you guys want to go?
I mean, we started from the bottom.
Now we're here. Hey.
All right. So what do you think going to school at the age of 6 is too late? I know there's preschool.
I think schooling should start earlier rather than later, because like babies, you need to teach to not be animals. Like kids need to learn how to be a human.
Right, and they need they should be socializing, you know.
Right. I think I don't know. Well, I know they have like daycare and stuff, but that's not standardized. Like,
Yeah, and
I
people
think
can do early childhood development, but again,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
not standardized, and it's like a luxury that a lot of people can't do.
it's fucking expensive,
What
from
age,
what I've heard.
What age is preschool?
That's what I was gonna look at. What was the age of preschool and first grade?
Usually they have to be 3 by the December of the academic year, although some will go as young as 2. Okay, well, let's start with like a better standardization of
Let's start off with some better fucking rules.
Yeah,
Did you know in
let's-
Japan they start at 6 as well?
Do
really.
they? Like first grade?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're really good at mathematics, right? I feel like a lot of is it Chinese people that primarily migrate here and go to like Harvard and all that, or is it
Yeah.
Is it-
Chinese, Japanese, a bunch of people.
just Asians? And they're
Yeah.
just super smart, and they just have I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the discipline and the culture there, or that just
I think
the
that's a big part of it.
yeah, like or maybe it's the schooling in their earlier life that really makes them good at education, at least standardized education. Yeah, I guess you could form that system and to be more standardized.
But like, what's the curriculum of a first grade? Like a generalized first grade? year?
Don't suck your thumb.
Nap time.
Don't hit other people.
Yeah, don't kill your classmates. Don't eat things out of the
Don't be
trash.
a fucking savage.
Yeah. Yeah, don't throw snowballs. That was one for me. Trying to remember.
Yeah, were you a big snowball thrower? Did you get reprimanded for that?
I don't know if it was me, but I just remember that being because I always wanted to throw a snowball. I was like, oh, dude, like this is cool. It's like a projectile. It's it's.
You know,
So I just want to toss this,
When I
but
was
they're always
young,
like, oh, it's ice,
I
bro.
always wanted to throw a snowball. I looked at these balls of snow, and I knew that I wanted to do nothing more with my life than to throw it.
I was
I just wanted to learn how to murk people with the snow.
It was a simpler time, man. I was a simpler man. Okay.
God, I wish I could go back.
I wish I could go throw a snowball right now. God.
There's also a big nostalgia culture these days. I don't know if this is like normal. I feel like a lot of the internet is kind of stuck obsessing about the past.
Yeah, I mean, so you can see nostalgia in like older generations as well. Like, there's a big market for people buying like pinball machines and older like NES systems and stuff that they had when they were a kid. Like, I know that's a big market. Or like restoring cars that their dad had when they were a kid or whatever. But I feel like the internet's allowed us to have like easier access to all of that, like quick nostalgia hit.
Make that unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, I don't know that I'm a very like nostalgic person.
I don't know. Are
Yo, you want to know about my recent nostalgia trip?
Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
I was over at my friend's house, and we're hanging out in his kitchen, and he is talking about cereal and oatmeal and everything. Busts out one of those old oatmeal.
Bust down, Tatiana? Sorry.
Busts out one of those old.
You ever just bust down, Tatiana?
Rude.
Continue, Dan.
As if I haven't interrupted you 40 times already today. Busts out one of those.
That's the whole podcast.
those
Just interruptions.
boxes of the old style oatmeal. It's just like the regular Quaker, but it has those dinosaur eggs in it. Do you remember that? And they change color.
Dinosaur eggs.
You don't remember
What?
this? What?
I don't
No.
think so.
Come on, let me
maybe
Google
it's just
this.
because I was a fat piece of shit.
Dinosaur
Yeah, dinosaur egg oatmeal. I'm sure if you Google that, it'll pull up.
dinosaur egg
But
oatmeal.
it had these eggs in it, and I think they were just basically sugar. But they changed color when you would put it in, and when you would actually add like the liquid to it, and then as you microwaved it.
That's definitely This is like
And-
definitely okay. The box, it has like one of those really long-necked dinosaurs that eats vegetables off trees or just tree leaves.
Eats vegetable. He's eating lettuce off the fucking trees. What the fuck?
Yeah, because back
They really
then,
like
that's how it
salads. It's like real land
I gotta go to
before
the Caesar
time.
tree.
It's like a real land before time looking shit.
Like a bronchiosaur, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Oh, wait.
goddamn, so he had me make some, and immediately when I inserted it into my mouth hole. Memories.
So was this from like back in the day? Like was this oatmeal aged?
No,
or
they still make it, I guess.
Really?
I just haven't ever seen it in, I don't know, at least.
He's just like opens his basement and it's a bunch of dinosaur egg oatmeal just stacked to the
Just
fucking
stacked.
ceiling.
No, I guess they still sell it. So but
Really?
it was like
I
I haven't seen it in like, I don't know, what, 15 years or something like that. And
I haven't seen this either. What the fuck?
so it blew my mind, and I was like, oh my lord. And then a couple days ago, Ashley comes home from the grocery store, and she's like, guess what I got you? Because she was there and saw how like I was freaking out about it. So she bought me a box of it.
Wow. What a good
Wow, that's
girlfriend or
cool.
fiance. So you know what I'm finding out by looking at these pictures? It's a couple things I'm finding out. One is that it's an egg in some sort of like, I don't know, made of something probably
Sugar.
water soluble, right? And then inside of it is a dinosaur
Correct.
made of something not water soluble.
It still is. just not
Soluble
as
or
much.
soluble? Soluble.
Soluble.
Soluble. Okay, I'm saying that wrong. I'm
You
sorry.
can order it on Amazon Prime.
Boom.
Oh, excellent. And okay, and here's the other thing. People don't know how to make fucking oatmeal. There's some fucked up pictures of like almost like more water than oatmeal and like
I don't know that I've ever eaten oatmeal.
Really?
What?
How have you no way.
I don't remember a single time that I've eaten oatmeal. And it's like I'm like not even memeing. I'm trying to think.
Okay. I don't think
I
you
don't
can
even know
actually
what to
be an
say.
American if you haven't consumed oatmeal.
I think I've had like oatmeal bars. Like I've consumed oatmeal before, but I don't know if I've consumed it in like a bowl. Like I've just had a bowl of oatmeal.
No way. You've never had oatmeal before.
Well, I can tell you this much, you should, because one, it's great in fiber. All right,
yeah.
it's
It'll
gonna
get that poop going.
yeah.
I don't have a problem with poop.
Yeah, well,
Believe
now
me.
you really won't.
Dude, since I've come back from Cambodia, I have had some of the girthiest fucking shits.
Oh, here we go. Up to the Smallz Poop
I have to get it
Podcast.
off my chest. I'm sorry.
Smallz
It's
Talk
been painful.
Poopcast. Hey.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's
don't
like
know.
my body forgot the right proportions to make a shit. It's like,
Have you ever?
just a-
you know what?
You're
Let's
just a
just double the girth here.
Yeah, you're just a gaper now, huh? Just fucking let them drop
Dude,
out.
my farts don't like fucking sound like anything.
just
I can't blow into my mic. Hold on. Fucking filter caught it.
Interesting. Yeah, you should probably eat. Wow. Tangent on the oatmeal there. We could probably, flip a bitch back to the main topic.
Yeah, oatmeal. Sorry.
I had
to get it off my chest.
Schools should be feeding kids more oatmeal. All right, that's
Yeah, I'm the failure mode of the fucking education system.
this is what happens. Failure to launch into a bowl of oatmeal. Okay, we could talk about school fucking food, dude. It's
so bad.
It's so
like
bad.
worse than prison
Yeah,
food.
but it's like $1.
$1?
I don't know.
$1?
How much was it?
50
$1.
I feel
cents.
like it was like $2 here, like $1 and change.
Sorry, that was a Liza Koshy reference. It was pretty cheap, and I don't know. It definitely was just bought in bulk, and the chicken just didn't like. I always got chicken sandwiches. It wasn't.
You had options?
I think it was like usually like pizza and a chicken sandwich. Yeah.
We had like
Wait, what?
we had like 5 items that's like circled through. And-
Or hold on. What I'm talking like high school. Wait.
Yeah, no, me too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Like,
sounds
every
like
day
you
would be, like,
actually were
something
at
different.
a prison, Jake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake's like, it tasted like a prison. It looked like a prison. I don't know, man.
Maybe I was in prison. Maybe that's why I didn't have oatmeal. They didn't trust us with it.
Yeah. Oatmeal's a pinky up sort of food. Like only the
Only the
really
kids from
yuppies.
Bedford and Alvern have that.
yeah. Hey man, stop throwing out all the names of my fucking locations. Jesus.
Nah, she went to
Uh,
New Hampshire.
I don't know. We also had like a school store that had some candy in it and stuff too that you could go buy if like, mile pie threw you a couple bucks, you go get a cow tail or something. Nothing like good cow tail.
What the fuck is a cowtail?
Jake,
what?
you're blowing my mind.
I just
You're- yeah, you're
Have
like-
did I
What?
just miss something?
Okay.
Let me Google cowtail.
Are you fucking shitting me right
Jake's
now?
like, let me
I do,
Google
I swear to
oatmeal.
God.
What is oatmeal?
What is
Cereal?
oatmeal?
What is cereal?
Oh, so it's like a caramel thing.
Oh my.
So I've seen these before, but not like in a big stick like that.
Yeah, they have
What?
bullseyes or something.
Yeah, bullseyes I've had before. I've never seen a cowtail though. I didn't know this existed. I love bullseyes.
I feel like cow's tails are like wildly popular though.
Wait, Jake, was it with you? We bought like bags of fucking bowls or whatever, those like caramel with the cream in the center things.
Yeah, that's exactly what a
Ye-
cow's tail is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
But just like extruded.
Yep.
Yeah, it's also a bit. It has a different texture to it. It's like a
Does
bit.
it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
Cowtails are rough. I mean, bullseyes are like.
How do you
T-
know
like
that
tough.
they're rough? How do you know that cow's
Yeah,
tails are rough if you haven't
No,
had one?
he
No, I
fucked
meant
up.
to say bullseyes.
Well, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You can't
quick,
mess up.
quick calling him out on nothing. All right. So a cowtail is, I think, softer, and it's softer in like you can chew it easier, as well as like there's like a. I think it's like a chalky, like a floury coating on the outside, so that you can like, rip the
Yeah, from
wrapper
the
off.
pictures, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. It's really good. You know, after this, we're probably gonna go get some cowtails just for shits and gigs.
Where the fuck do you buy these? Dude, I swear to God, I've never
Literally,
seen this before.
any
in my
fucking
life.
gas
I feel like,
station,
yeah.
any gas station has like it's a mug. It's a cowtail mug, and then it fucking.
It's like Slim
it
Jims.
must-
You know how you see
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
in and you see like Slim Jims all sticking out wildly from like a little box? It's probably the same thing with cow's tails.
They have strawberry cowtails.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
strawberry
I don't
milk.
deviate. I don't deviate from the primary cowtail,
The
the
norm.
OG. Yeah, I probably should just to try it, but it's usually not what I'm looking for.
I don't like cow's tails or bullseyes or anything like that.
You're not a big caramel guy?
I like
dude,
caramel,
I-
but just for some reason, cow's tails and bullseyes, I ain't a fan of.
I like sucking the insides out and then just enjoying the caramel.
Yeah, it looks really good when you do that with a cowtail.
I like to just turn it into a straw
Yeah.
No.
and drink.
My
Bloody
high
Marys with
fructose corn syrup laced drink through it.
Right. So back to the schools. They need more cowtails because that really,
Need
you know,
more
raised
cowbell.
my mood. But yeah, we had like a school store that had like some candy in it or whatever. And then we had the standard dining hall that had its own like calf food. But we also had this other like mini restaurant inside the building. It was a real restaurant chain, but it was inside the school, like on school
What?
grounds. So sometimes you could go there. Yeah.
Was that
it
real
was-
life, or were you on like
Yeah,
some type of
we-
TV show?
No, it was pretty cool. And we had we had a bank in the school too.
And this was a high school.
Yeah. We had real cows too.
You both are blowing my mind in two totally different ways. Jake's over here like, I've never had oatmeal. I don't know what a slice of cheese is. What is bread? And Zach's over here like,
Milk?
yeah, we we had, you know, a bank, a restaurant, you know.
Well, I think, I mean,
Space
I had that at my
station.
vocational school, and that Zach's high school was like a semi-vocational school.
Yeah,
It
my high
was,
school
yeah.
had voc programs as well, and like we had other schools come to ours for
Yeah,
the
but
voc program.
we'd fucking bust bitches in to talk about cow shit. That's how popular we were.
Yeah, we
You
bust
bust 'em
people
in.
in too.
Yeah.
From the
Daily.
local ranges.
We bust all the Tatianas in and had them talk
Did they ever
about.
just bust down in that cow shit, Tatiana?
Probably, dude. I remember getting off the bus and just the tsunami of like cow manure smell hit me in the face.
I wonder if you could see it.
Probably with like a methane, thermal methane camera, methane thermal.
Which your school manufactures.
exactly.
So that's good. You know.
Exactly. If you go in the basement, we have a manufacturing facility for methane cameras.
So speaking of like measuring things, have you guys seen the Chernobyl series on Netflix at all?
Oh,
No,
dude,
I've been
it's so
hearing
good.
everyone talk about it. It's good.
Yeah, so I haven't watched it yet, but one of the people one of the podcasts I listened to was talking about how when the event first happened, how they realized it, like Russia didn't say anything, right?
Mhm.
They just like kind of held it to themselves, and then
Naturally.
they started picking up like traces of it in Sweden or Switzerland, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So they, the world were like, "Hey, like what happened here?" And Russia, they went. One of the stories is that they had a meter, like what is that called for measuring radiation? A Geiger counter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Geiger.
And their Geiger counter only read up to like whatever, it was like 3.6. It was like some low value. And they're like, oh, it's only up to 3.6. And then someone was like, hey, like what if it's just reading over the gauge? And they're like, oh shit, okay. So they like went to go get a better Geiger counter, and it fucking blew up the Geiger counter that was like rated for what they were measuring. It like burnt out the needle on the first one, and they had to go get another one, and then it was like 10,000.
Oh, that's good.
They're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you watch the series, they touch on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, don't put your schools next to Chernobyl.
Unless you want mutants.
Yeah. Could be good. I don't know.
X-Men.
Maybe Jake went to school there, and that's why he forgets about eating oatmeal and cow's tails.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff.
didn't have cow's tails and oatmeal in fucking Soviet Russia, okay? Didn't make it past the Iron Curtain.
In Soviet Russia, we had vodka and what else what do they eat?
Vodka. More vodka.
Vodka,
And
yeah, I think
vodka.
that's pretty much it.
We'd wake up to a bowl of hot vodka and go to bed.
Oh my god, I fucking hate hot alcohol. Like even
Hot sake? Gross.
hot sake. I'm just not a fan of like warm alcohol flavor.
Oh yeah. I ordered sake for someone once when we were out for their birthday, and I didn't realize that it was hot. That was strange. Neither of us realized that. So
Yeah.
they also gave him like, I thought it was gonna be like a shot's worth of it, and it was like I don't know what a normal alcoholic drink size is, I guess. It wasn't like a
Yeah.
full glass of it or anything, but it was like way more than you thought it would be of just this hot alcohol.
What the fuck is going on? What had just happened?
What's that noise?
I locked my phone and Spotify started playing, I think is what just happened.
Hmm.
Does it happen to anybody else?
No. It's usually just my porn that starts playing.
Yeah. Guilty. Wasn't even the last thing I was listening to.
Yeah,
Still don't
so
understand.
yeah, we gotta contact Apple about that, and definitely keep
Did we ever talk
hot,
about
hot
how I was
alcohol away from schools.
Did we ever talk about how I was able to control the fans in your car with my phone?
What?
I actually don't think we did. Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah,
did.
so I was connected. We were driving down to New York, and I was connected to Zach's car through
His
Apple
current
Play.
car?
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Yeah,
Civic. And we're driving, and I have GPS up, and I'm like scrolling through Google, to like look to see where we could park, right? Because the train system that we were gonna take in didn't work out. We had to wait like 6 hours for another train. We're like, fuck that, we'll just drive in. So I'm like going through Google to look at like available parking garages and stuff, and I could hear the fans like kicking on and like going down and off and like going back and forth between on and off. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get Zach's attention. I'm like, listen, and we like turn the radio off, and I'm like scroll up, and the fans go weird. Scroll down, the fans go weird.
No
like,
way.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
100%. It was fucked.
I don't even think we were supposed to bring that up with my roommate, Sean, to like.
I don't think we ever talked to him about it.
I don't think we talked to him about it. I gotta ask him like, hey, what the fuck up? I didn't even know that was possible. Like, so weird. But
Like, what else could you do? Like, and like, what series of circumstances led up to me being able to do that?
yeah, scrolling on a map, turning up and down my fans. Gotta love the fully integrated software and technology, man. Gotta love it.
That was so
Skynet's
weird.
hack.
That's like the trippiest like
Yeah.
tech thing I've ever had.
Yeah. So, pro tip for the schools: keep any and all technology out of schools.
You think so?
Absolutely, man. What is that gonna help? How's that gonna help people if they know how to do things with
Like
technology?
walk around with a calculator all day in your pocket? No way.
You're now,
What are you talking about?
You're not
Not
always
now,
gonna
not
have,
ever.
You're not always gonna have a calculator in your pocket.
It would be so stupid to not integrate it.
What?
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's try to segue back to schools.
no.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening.
The podcast just ends there. Like, just hard cut. I mean, do you want to bring up some like the college points that you want to talk about? Because I think we talked about like the foundation a little bit, and then we deviated from that heavily.
Yeah, I mean, my whole point with the whole college thing is it's too expensive, so that like you're just fucking yourself over when you get out because you can't find a job and you can't pay it with any standard job.
Where does that money go? Like if it's if you're like
hookers and blow, dude, hookers and blow.
do they have to publish? Do nonprofits have to publish their spending, like their
Listen, there's a difference between nonprofits and not for profits. Most schools are for profit schools anyway, but there are some not for profit schools. But yeah, they typically post it. Like UNH bought like a fucking $10,000 table or some shit like that, like granite table, and everybody was like, "What the fuck did you?" And that everybody found out. They're like, "Is this a joke? Like, how dare you spend money on a fucking table for people to sit at?" And I was so like, but that's a state-owned school. Well, it's a state school, right? So I'm sure they have to show more of what they do with the money. But it's still an expensive-ass school. I don't know where it all goes. I mean, you look at it, dude, and schools have the nicest facilities, like good schools, have the nicest facilities you've ever seen, bro. They're like stadiums that are nicer than some like NFL fucking stadiums, dude.
Especially in the South, dude.
Yeah, like Auburn University, Texas A&M is like a huge one. It's like massive. So you know that money's not just going back into education. It's going into shit that makes the place more money, like a nicer stadium. It's hard to bypass that. How do you not do that?
How do you not have nice facilities?
No, how do you not work towards, like, if you have money and you want to make more money, how do you not follow things that give you more money, like building a nice stadium?
It's tough for sure. I mean, I don't even think you can, because like the incentive with a school is, hey, have nice facilities, and then that'll draw more students in, which will continue your growth. You know what I mean?
So maybe there's just a cultural issue. Well, not really. I mean, like, I can't call it an issue that people want to go to a nice school. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's not.
Fuck you for wanting to have a good quality of life at your university.
Yeah. I mean,
you're paying for it, so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I went out to California, I looked at San Diego State, some whatever, something down there. But the place was ridiculous. Like, the nicest gym I've ever seen, the nicest stadium I've ever seen. The facility's ridiculous. There's a fucking Starbucks in it. Like, and it made me want to go there. So, how do you compensate? How do you make sure the education goes up and that money is actually spent on increasing overall? I don't know, there's got to be some sort of like rating system. Like, okay, what is this? Maybe just make all of the school's expenditures public. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was curious. Like, if a not-for-profit school, or like even a state school, like to what extent do they have to publish their spending or their salaries?
I have no idea.
Because I know like the public schools they publish all of the teacher salaries every year.
Right.
At least they did in Londonderry. I don't know where they do elsewhere, but
I think that if anything, people should not go to school, not get educated, and that will just reduce the need for college overall.
Yeah, I think we should just start more coal mines, honestly.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because the great thing about coal mines is people really feel like they're doing good, hard work. At the end of the day, they go home and, yeah, they might have a little bit of a cough, but they did a hard day's worth of work, because when you physically work harder than someone as opposed to mentally, you are actually, that's the real work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's real work.
Preach.
The
As
unions.
God intended.
Yeah, like getting a good union,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
That was a conservative coming out, yeah. Well, it looks like the rain has kind of subsided, and the sun's poking through the clouds a little bit.
I still hear a little bit of thunder over by me.
Yeah, you look dark over there, to be honest.
Yeah. I did get a bit of a tan. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to do more research on this topic, and maybe we'll do a 2.0. Or maybe it's
I think
too
we
dry.
could definitely revisit it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even really get into like this. We didn't really get into like the social benefits of college, socioeconomic values,
Social?
Satiation?
geopolitical correctism.
Yeah. Oh, we could even get into how, like, that book that I told you about, the closing of the American mind, and how like school, the standard college system is contributing to that.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is definitely warrants a 2.0.
Yeah, there's a lot of information, a lot for one meal. You know what I'm saying? And also,
especially if it's oatmeal.
Yeah. How would you fucking know?
Gonna have some tonight.
I wouldn't. You're right.
You guys
I kind of want to go
over?
to.
We can all oatmeal it up
You have
together.
some?
Oh yeah, I told you. Ashley bought me some.
Oh, I thought you already consumed it.
Oh no, I haven't even cracked that bad boy open. I've been saving it for a
Gotta
special
savor it.
occasion.
It's a good vintage too. 2019.
Vintage. This is
This is a good crop.
Oh, you smell that?
So-
That's a
Have it, like,
2019
try-
dinosaur egg oatmeal.
Trying to like spin the oatmeal in a wine glass, but it's like not moving.
Oh, God.
Like to aerate it.
Perfect.
we need to start doing like skits like that, please. So if for you listeners, send me your opinions on a good camera for like, I guess vlogging style would probably be how we
Sony
do it.
A7.
What about the one that you
Alright,
have
that's
right
off.
now?
It's just I need a new one.
It's not a Sony A7.
It's a Sony A5100.
It's good for
But-
streaming
Oh,
though.
the thunder's hitting
Little
here.
streaming setup. Yeah, I
Oh,
just heard that
really?
one too.
Me too, actually. Wow, it's a
Yeah,
lot of
you
fun.
guys want to fuck?
Yeah.
We're so connected, okay? When we talk, our chemistry's so strong that it thunders, bro.
Thunder, thunder, thunder. I hate that song.
Right. So we'll
Fuck
come.
you,
We'll
Imagine
come.
Dragons. New Nickelback. Fuck.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a
That's
strong
bold
statement.
Yep.
It's true.
Yeah.
Look at the signs.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to bite your tongue on that one for a little bit.
It's
okay?
all in the stars.
But yeah, maybe we'll make a 2.0 on this one, and we still have to do we still have to do one about dogs.
Yeah.
I will fight you.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to Smallz Talk Podcast. Really happy to be back. Sorry for the stutter release of these episodes, which are going to be they're going to be in 1 week. I'm really going to grind these out this week. Get both of them done.
Getting back on the bandwagon.
Getting right back. All right. Thank you everybody. Have a wonderful, beautiful, lovely evening, day, snack.
I hope
lunch.
everyone survives the internet outage.
Oh, that's true. God bless.
God
Bye.
bless. Praise.
Bye.